Hey, how's everybody doing? What is generational wealth? Okay, do you know what it is? Some people believe it doesn't exist. What do you believe? Let's jump right into it. The rich know what generational wealth is. We don't know what it is for the most part. We think maybe leaving a house, leaving some cash is generational wealth. Negative. Generational wealth is passing down assets, assets that produce money to the next generation, ensuring that the next generation has a better leg up than the prior generation. Okay. And the goal of generational wealth is for the new generation to build upon the old wealth. Okay. So we want income producing assets to leave behind. Okay. We want to make sure our money is long money, meaning it goes a distance. If we have a house, that it stays in the house for 100 in the family for 100, 200 years, right? That's what we want. Okay. In order to do that, we need to make sure our children are good stewards of the resources. First, we need to make sure that we're good stewards of the resources. Okay. So we're looking for long money. If you have the information, if you know how to create long money, you can't just leave the assets to the kids. They need the information. They need to know how to rent houses. If their chips are down, they need to know how to rent rooms, how to look for dividend stocks, how to sell, when to sell stocks or shares or index funds or things of that nature. All right. So, how do you get the information to your kid? The book, Make Your Family Rich, explained about having family town hall meetings where you're the CEO and they're the department heads. And you talk to them, you bring in people like lawyers and tax specialists, people that you work with, real estate agents, and then you introduce them to the kids so that your legacy passes on and they already have the points of contacts, right? If you do that once a month, as people update, as things change, as you pull them in and let them know that these are family decisions, not just you being the boss. Okay. Your family is a business, treat it like a business. Okay. It sounds harsh, but that's how you survive. The more serious you take it, the less stress you'll have. We can all have fun until the money stops. So our goal is to create long money and to give the kids the information for the long money. Okay. Remember, when you work hard at your job, you're not building an asset. The only thing that your job is going to create is income that you can put into your dividend growth portfolio. Okay. So don't think that, oh, I'm working hard 50 years at my job is going to create something. It creates nothing. Okay. You can't even hire your son on there. Now, a dividend growth portfolio is a great asset. It's a great asset for generational wealth. So think about if your family owned McDonald's 40 years ago before it even started paying dividends. Think about that. That's what we're trying to create. Right. So dividend growth is a perfect one. You have 401ks, HSAs, Roth IRAs. Now remember, TSP. Remember, most of those have limitations. When you pass on those, the kids need to liquidate those within 10 years. So if your kids don't know what to do with the money, then your generational wealth might stop. They might go and liquidate it and buy a couple cars or a house, and so we need to be cautious of that. Okay. Real estate obviously is crucial. Real estate is crucial. Imagine owning a home that's 100 years old and it has no mortgage, and you pass that on to your kids. All the rent is collected. They take out some money for maintenance and taxes and insurance. Man, that's free cash flow, right? Maybe Airbnb it, do whatever they want, leverage it. Okay, so the rich are already doing these things. We're new to the game, right? If you're just worried about you, if you're 40 years old, 50 years old, and only worrying about you and what boat you're going to get when you retire and blah, 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 well, don't have generational wealth. Leave the boat, which is a liability to your kids. Great. They'll be happy that they had to pay for it. Okay. I don't subscribe to that. We have our time when we're young, and then once we turn a certain age, let's say 35, we have to rededicate to the kids. That's what it's all about. The life becomes about them. Make sure that they're good to go. Because you know why? Nobody did it for us. Now, conclusion. Okay. So, yeah, you're going to have some struggles. So, going back up here, your kids are going to have some struggles. Do you want them to have struggle? Do you really want them to have the same, leave the house with $10 in their pocket, start from scratch, not know how to buy a car, not know how to leverage credit cards, have debt? Do we want that? I don't. Okay. I don't need my kids to climb the corporate ladder. I've already done that. I want them to help create the King family empire, help grow it out, right? And this idea that we need to have the most successful kids is damaging, is very damaging. Think about to the days of the kings and the queens. Did the king have to go conquer a new land and start his own castle and build from scratch? No. He learned underneath the king and took over as the king passed along. All right, so we need to have that same mindset. Okay, it would help us overcome financial adversity. All right, so that's generational wealth. Grab this beautiful book here. It's all free. Here are my free resources. Grab them. I love that book too. That's 315 pages. Oh, I'm sorry, chapters. It's huge. Okay, grab this lovely book. These little people smiling. Good, nice, and simple. If you ever wonder how I create these book covers, I have a book cover channel. So, but with that being said, I'm off to the next one. Bye.